Hey, what's up guys, Madar Good Development. In this video, I'm swapping out a patio sliding door. Not just the door itself, but the frame and everything with it. This is on siding. I haven't really seen any videos that showcase this, so I figured, hey, I'll take the task on and I'm gonna show you guys how I'm doing it. Here's the door. It's on siding. Typically the siding will terminate to a J channel. Now, what you can do is remove the siding all around to expose the J channel, which looks like this, right? That's the nail flange, and typically you'll see nails here going into the framing of the house. Problem is, as you can see, even if I were to expose this, there's taping on it, so I'd have to remove the tape. I'd have to take all the nails off, and then once I put the new door in, I'll have to redo the siding. What I'm gonna try to do is remove this door just by cutting right in between the J channel and the door. So we're gonna cut the flange, and then we're gonna put our door in. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do to make my life easier is I'm actually gonna take the panels off, and then I'm gonna unscrew the framing. We'll look around and we'll see whatever screws we have. We're gonna pull those out. The idea is to make the framing of the sliding door lighter and bendable, so we can get our knife in between the J channel and the door. Using a utility knife like this one, you're gonna go ahead and cut the caulking all around the door. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that first. Now that I have all the caulking out, all the screws out, we're gonna get this door out. What you want to do is bring this door down so you can lift it up and out of the channel. To do that, all these doors universally, they have a Phillips head screw. So what you're going to do is loosen this up like that, and that brings the door all the way down. Want to do the same thing on this side, on the other side of the door. Now the door should lift right up.
Nope.
Now all you have to do is push the door up and out. Sometimes the door might get stuck. It's because there's wheels at the bottom of it that you need to shim up. So let me show you real quick, just in case that happens. Check this out, right? So these are the wheels, okay, that ride the channel. So sometimes these are gonna get stuck on you as you're trying to lift the door. So all you gotta do, get a pry bar, maybe like this one, or a long flathead screwdriver, and push these in as you're pulling the door out. Now, the panel, and typically that is screwed in with L brackets right here. There's another one there and another one up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove those and take this panel out. This panel is off the brackets. I wanna show you something. You might have a stop like this one. So I had a stop that's here, just pop that out. You'll see the gap here. That's what you're gonna use to lift this up and out, just like we did the other door. Now, I'm gonna go one more time, make sure there's no screws, and then we're gonna go into cutting that frame. Okay guys, I got all the screws taken out. Next, we're gonna grab one of these guys, okay? Oscillating tool, put a fine blade on it, and we're gonna go right in between here and cut all along. Two tips, when you're doing this and going in between, you try as much as possible not to have your blade touch the J channel, okay? Or if it does, just keep moving, because the heat from the blade might melt the J channel, so be mindful of that. That's one of the reasons why I took the doors off and the caulking and everything else, so there is some movement in the door. Notice as I'm going through, I'm pulling on the frame so I can give as much room as possible. Okay, once everything is cut all around, let me show you. Right here, that's where we cut the flange. Nice and flush. Now all you do is pull this door out. Frame is out. Again, all I did was push the frame out. Didn't have any issues there. This piece of the decking was over the lip of the base of my frame, so I had to remove that. But I want to show you something, just kind of anatomy of what's going on here. This is the flange that we cut through. And I saw something here that I really like, this flashing, right? So I've done some of these doors where they don't have any flashing down, no tape, and not even tape or anything. But this is really nice, and it's still intact. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean all this up, and next we're gonna dry fit our door. This is the replacement door, the Reliabilt from Lowe's. Now all doors are gonna come in with the flange. That's okay, do not panic. All you gotta do is run your utility blade all around the frame, and this will snap right up. Right at the corner. You're gonna score it first, then you're gonna come back and try to get that cut. Just like that. And I had quite a bit of a gap between the framing of the building and the door. So I went in and I ripped about 7/8, 3/4 pieces of wood that I beefed up my framing with right here. What I'm gonna do next is use this flashing tape, just kind of tucked right into this corner and down. I'm gonna go up maybe about 1 foot or so from here down. That way, if there's any water that's gonna get in and come down, it's gonna be met by this flashing, and then it will go right into this aluminum flashing here, just to protect it. Of course, once you put the door in, we're gonna put a piece of trim, silicone, everything. So chances are there's gonna be very minimal, if any, water coming into here. Guys, if you've seen any of my window installation videos, you see me use this stuff all the time. In fact, I had a comment from a window contractor saying that this is unnecessary. To me, this is very simple. It takes seconds to put in. Why not do it? I do it on all my window installation videos, and if you guys haven't checked those out yet, I'll put the link up here for you to check that out. I got the flashing installed. I went in right around the corner there, right here, and now we're ready to dry fit again. My door is in. I checked everything for being plumb and level, and now you want to screw the door into the framing. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my first screw at the bottom. Don't forget to shim. And you want to use these screws. Now, what I'm gonna do next is put a screw right here in the middle somewhere. The door comes with 2 spots where you can screw it up to the header. And then we'll do another one here somewhere. Now, you notice that I had the other door out during this whole process. There's a reason for that. It makes things a lot easier. And in fact, I would have had this door off too, except this is a stationary door. So keep that in mind if you're buying this type of sliding door. But other than that, again, removing that door, same process as we did with the old one. And let me show you what it looks like on the outside. So we're nice and flush with a little gap for expansion and contraction. This, however, will be a little bit tighter once I screw it in. Then for the finish, to finish the job, we're gonna do a trim piece right here that we're gonna nail right into this filler piece of wood. And I'm gonna do that for the sides and for the top as well. Also, this comes with the door, the handle, so you can just follow the instructions and put those on. You can reuse some of the insulation, which I am. I'm gonna kind of, wherever there is a spot, I'm gonna stuff it right in. Right there you can see. So we're gonna stuff some of that in there. This video was mainly about how to remove an old sliding door and putting a new one in. I'm not gonna go through putting in the trim, finishing the trim, or putting that handle. As I said, I think these are things that you could probably find online and they're relatively easy to do. You're just gonna miter your cuts for the trim, nail that right into the framing. So anyways, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's the only way to support it. And I'll see you guys on the next one.